Tekken 8 officially announced their season 2. We're getting 4 characters. The first one being revealed is Anna and 2 new stages. And for me,
should have been 5.
It should have been 5. I also agree with some of the things you said in the chat, Jory, about like I do think there's some small tweaks they could have made to her design to make her just a little bit better. I'm not mad at it. I don't think it looks bad, but I do think it's just like there's like a couple little like little hms and ha's that would have been like okay, you know.
I like the design. It kind of gives me this vibe of luxury revenge because remember in the last game she killed her husband. Her sister killed her husband in her own wedding dress, and that's why Anna had on a wedding dress.
Mm-hmm.
So I think about it as like, you know, she took some time off. She's up for revenge. And, you know, she's being the most fashionable way possible about it.
I like her.
The rocket launcher was a bit interesting. It's a bit interesting, but it also has some alarming parts to me.
It grew on me, dog.
Yeah, because it's Soul Calibur. Go on.
No,
go ahead, Tim.
Chill.
So I'm just trying to. I mean, the only thing I'm disappointed about with that is Tekken 7 Deja Vu. They did the same thing with Tekken 7 Season 2. It's like, so now you're just basically you turned Street Fighter on us, and now you're selling us all classic characters again.
It's almost worse than Street Fighter to some degree. Because you pointed out in the group chat immediately, like you literally just sold us Anna 1 game ago, and Lydia 1 game ago. You're reselling a character because, like, you know, all those games are guilty of it, right? We talked about how Rain was made DLC twice in Mortal Kombat, but it's like, okay, the one character, I still think it's egregious, but it's the one character. You are selling it to us again. And then had the nerve to kill Heihachi and then resell us Heihachi. Like, that's crazy to me.
Quantum Super Heihachi.
You didn't even kill him.
You're right.
The meteorite
death. You put him into a near death state.
Nah, bro, he stopped the man's heart, bro. Like,
no, and the continuity you saw, Tim. The boy who remembers saw a different continuity.
Didn't they use herbs to revive dog? They use Tekken herbs, kid.
No,
Tekken herbs is like a sensu.
He just shows up a new man with his hair down.
Yeah.
No explanation of how you helped a man who got his heart stopped by his son who punched him in the chest. Like, you literally heard the heartbeat when the fists interacted. Like, duh, duh.
Right, like he didn't throw him alive into the volcano. He threw a corpse into the volcano. But he was gone already.
Like, come on, bro. And then it's like, well, but we saved him. Like, no, you just didn't. You saved the body from not getting incinerated.
Right.
I mean, did you see the size of the monk that saved him? That he helped prevent the
first of all, Kazuya, when you look at Tekken 7 before Akuma did what he did, Kazuya saw that man go down. No.
He used a genjutsu.
Let's focus. How do you feel about Tekken 8 reselling your characters for season 2?
Oh, they're gonna have to call it out. Like, okay, after Anna, it's got to be new characters.
Because I think they're trying to cover their base, and that's why they added the rocket launcher to her gameplay. There's like, technically she's not really like the same fully.
She's not. She's completely. They redesigned her moveset, basically.
Yeah. Well, to an extent, like they're still like, because to keep people's familiarity with her, like yes, but then there's also now extended combos where she uses the rocket launcher. Like, it was cool to me. Because I did kind of feel like, all right, so your sister killed your husband. Where are you on this roster?
Yeah,
But it goes back to what I said about Lydia. It goes back to what I said about who was the other one?
How she killed your dad.
Eddie.
Mm-hmm.
Eddie, and it's like, so you mean to tell me all these people who are very pinnacle to the story are not in the base roster? Like Tekken, you could have took off like an extra 4 months to get these characters in because you did not.
You could have. I would have made the DLC to where you featured the next. I'm
gonna give a little pushback because they gave us the biggest base roster out of the 3 games, out of the big.
No. See, bro, you can't do that. Don't say that out loud.
Yes, I can.
No, because the biggest base roster we ever got was Tekken Tag 2.
No, I'm talking about in this generation of consoles. I'm not
No,
talking
no,
about.
no,
I'm
no,
not
no.
talking about ever. I'm talking about in this generation of consoles. When Street Fighter gave you what 12 characters at base. I think Mortal Kombat was what 20,
Nah,
21.
for this,
We got like
that's
32
yeah,
characters.
I agree with that because Tekken Tag is more like it's like they take it serious, but it's more like a Mario Party for Tekken, you
Yeah,
know.
I get it. I get that part, but it's just like, bro, like how? All right, because first of all, like I was like, bro, you're settling on Lydia again. She was the last
That was
character of
that
the
was
last
crazy.
DLC. That was crazy, bro.
She don't have enough cachet to be sold as a character.
It's like, no, bro. And it's like, and now it's Anna again. So now I'm thinking as like, well, is Craig Murdoch about to show up again? Is
Yeah,
Ramen about to show up again?
yeah.
It's like, and then apparently, I guess you're supposed to give us some form of story content when these characters drop for free.
Mhm. Where have they been?
Oh
Like,
yeah, that's what they said.
Yeah,
There's gonna be
that's the
no,
plan.
DLC.
bro. After what Heihachi did, like, I am not going to wait till Tekken 9 to see what this dude has planned. No,
Yeah,
give us that now.
the current plan until it changes, like everything else does, is that we each, especially legacy character, they're going to give you a accompanying story DLC to explain where they were during the events of Tekken 8.
Okay, wait. I'm not gonna lie. They need to stop writing like they write in Dragon Ball Z.
But they are writing Dragon Ball Z.
No, I know, but that is terrible. Oh, this is where Armor King was when Kazuya and Jin was fighting on the Sky Mountain in space while it was taking 3 days to come down.
Dragon Ball
No,
Z.
no.
I'm not saying it's good. I'm just saying like
no.
that is the writing though.
Just just drop Tekken Force.
Tekken 8
Let
is
us
an
play.
anime.
Just drop Tekken Force. Let us play Tekken Force in Tekken as a mode. That'd have been a perfect DLC. I'd have been, oh man, you know what? I can't complain. We playing Tekken Force. Go ahead. Tekken Force has a replay value. You unlock items or whatever and costumes playing Tekken Force. That's what I would have did versus, and then you have the arcade thing on the side.
But Jory, why would I give you what you want? Come on now. What do you think this is? You think this is the 2000s, the 2010s? When I have to pack these games with content out the gate?
Good point. Good point. Oh man, yeah.
Just
I
saying.
think with Anna, her design, I think they should have just kept her a brunette. I mean, the hairstyle being cut was cool.
There'll be a costume with her.
Because to me, what's Kazuya's daughter sister again? I don't even.
Raina.
We don't even
Raina.
know that's really
Raina.
is. We don't even know who this
That's
person
true. They haven't
is, bro.
confirmed her. Yeah.
Yeah, they haven't. Like, it's like, bro, like you just add more Mishimas, and we barely just dealt with the ones we got.
So Reina. So you got Reina with the highlights, and I don't want another character with highlights. You know what I'm saying? Because you could do that
Yeah,
to Reina's
they're
hair.
definitely doing like a trend
Like,
with that, bro.
Somebody
Yeah,
said
it's
that
not a
Anna
trend.
looked like Santa Claus because of the.
Yeah, she does. She looked like Santa Claus. I mean, why would you do that? Why not turn it black? Like, there's nobody on the board that was like, yo, she looked like Santa Claus. That's not a cost. You could never do red and white. Meek. It's not gonna work.
It's not gonna work.
It's done.
Yeah. It's cemented for one thing and one thing only.
And how dare you wear green? You're gonna look ridiculous. Nope, I'm not taking you serious.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now you got the Santa color clothing on, and then your hair is highlights. I'm like, nah, just brunette, raven fur. Call it a day. And red, then the rest red. Call it a day. It would have been perfectly fine, or make her, or at least red and white like Corella Deville.
And
then keep her brunette.
In her defense, I mean, this is one thing I'll big up Tekken. At least with every new character, bro, you get 4 different outfits.
Yeah, I'll say there'll be about 6 different costumes, and you'll find the one you like, guaranteed.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the one thing you got to give them. Like they will have a costume. You'll be like, I like this a lot. Like we can all complain about Paul's mid-age crisis hairstyle, and then like, well, here's a classic Paul skin if you want it. It's like, all right, well, I got what I wanted, so let me,
And so
delete off my phone.
I love the name of her weapon, Lovely Tom. So I'm not really mad at it. I think for this version of Nina, that's the perfect reflection of her enemy. Bazooka versus her Nina's pistols, and I think it's dope.
Yeah.
I,
My whole thing, I'm with you. Like, I'm completely neutral with her, other than the fact that they're selling her to us again. That's really the only thing where I'm like,
Yeah.
this seems a little crazy. But I'm like, from what I saw, I'm like, I like the gameplay. I think it's interesting. I'm glad she's back. But I'm just like,
yeah. 100%.
before Christy, before the
Before
real Master
Christy.
Raven. Okay, all
And
right.